Hello, my name is Peter Hibner and I am the Director of Instruction for Portage Community School District. I'd like to thank you for taking a few moments to view this short DVD on some exciting new initiatives that are occurring in our school district. This particular section of the DVD, we're going to take a look at AIMSweb, a new screening and progress monitoring tool that we're utilizing at the elementary grade levels. The two questions that I'm going to attempt to answer for you today are, what key information is assessed with AIMSweb, and how to interpret your child's individual report. Now, there's many reasons that we chose AIMSweb as our screening and progress monitoring tool. One is that it's nationally normed. Over 500,000 students participate at each grade level in AIMSweb. It is research-based. The things that we're assessing each child on, these are the skills that research says are most important in terms of your child developing into a fluent reader and developing the necessary mathematical knowledge and skills. We administer it 3 times a year, in the fall, the winter, and the spring, so we just concluded our fall assessment. And it's very quick to administer. It only takes about 10 to 15 minutes per child to administer all the different probes you're going to see. What are some of the things that we look at and we have the child demonstrate? Well, in kindergarten, we ask them, can they name their letters? So we ask them how many they can name, upper and lowercase, in 1 minute. Also in 1 minute, we ask them how many letter sounds can they identify. These are 1 minute probes as well. With respect to numeracy, we ask them how high they can count. And then, can they identify their numbers? Now in first grade, we also give 2 more literacy probes. They're here at the bottom. It's important for children not only to be able to name letters and sounds, but the next step in becoming a reader is, can they break apart words and hear those individual sounds? So can they tell us the 3 phonemes or sounds in the word bed? And then, can they apply that same skill to make-believe or nonsense words? These are all the necessary skills in terms of becoming eventually a fluent reader. Now, 2 additional mathematics probes that we give quantity discrimination. Basically, we have the child tell us which of these 2 numbers in each box, which one is the bigger of the 2 numbers. And then what number should go in this blank over here following these 2 numbers. So which number goes in the blank. In first grade, additionally, as a whole class, during class time, they do this individually, but we give an 8-minute math assessment on basic facts. And then in second grade, also an 8-minute math assessment on basic facts. You can notice that the numbers increase to like 3 digits. And then we give in second grade another 8-minute math assessment, which looks at specific concepts in math, such as measurement and graphing. Now, the questions that you might ask when you discuss this information with your child's teacher: is my child at the expected level or target? If they're below the expected performance level, what's the plan to catch them up, both in classroom and how you can help? And if they're above the expected performance level, what is the plan to help them stay ahead? Here's a sample student report, and we're making these available for each parent or guardian of their child at parent-teacher conference. The blue dot represents the child's score. The dark horizontal line represents the target at the 50th percentile nationwide. This is where we want your child to be, this mark or higher. The green box represents scores from the 75th percentile down to the 25th percentile. And then the blue lines from the 75th percentile up to the 90th percentile. And the orange from the 25th down to the 10th. What does percentile mean? Well, if a student's at the 75th percentile as an example, it means out of every 100 students that took this assessment, this child scored equal to or better than 75 out of 100. Now, I said we're going to give this in the fall, the winter, and the spring, and this is the kind of line that you would expect to see. You hope that your child is improving relative to their performance, because you can see that the expected level continually increases. We provide this report for all the different assessments that we are administering. This one is called Reading Curriculum-Based Measurement, where we look at the number of words correct that the child can read in 1 minute. Why are we doing this? This information from AIMSweb and other assessments provides us with signposts or indicators along the way of your child's learning to help us ensure that all of our students have the readiness skills that they're going to need to be successful for the next grade level and when they exit our school system, either directly into the workforce or to post-secondary education. I'd like to thank you for taking a few minutes to view this DVD. If you have any questions, please call the central office.